Hi, I'm Jana, creator and producer of the Sparkabilities series.
And I'm Patty, founder of the PlayWisely developmental system.
You're watching a segment from the new Sparkabilities Toddler 1 DVD, and we're going to explain some of the science behind the series and what's new in the Toddler 1 DVD.
Getting us started is the creation of a central axis and grid. The grid helps orient the visual field and introduces a foundation concept in geometry.
Next, we build our shape, a circle. In the Toddler 1 DVD, the shapes begin talking to your child. We filter the shape through foundational attributes, size, color, and number.
The neurosciences have defined specific brain regions for processing many of these attributes. Sparkabilities is attempting to engage emerging brain region interconnectivity to promote qualitative memory skills.
In Toddler 1, we're now using 2 words to describe the shape. Now it's not just red, it's a red circle.
Counting in the shape is designed to engage the cognitive skill of amounts increasing and decreasing. We have advanced to a base 10 with counting shapes in Toddler 1.
We end with all gone, which is a useful concept when communicating with your tot throughout the day.
We added a real-world shape segment to encourage recognition of shapes in your child's world. Shapes are not just an abstract concept, they are all around us.
We chose clear, defined objects that your child might encounter on a daily basis. Now you can make a game of searching for shapes as you drive down the road or eat a meal.
The What Is It segment encourages the cognitive skill of visual closure. Visual closure is the ability to identify a form from an incomplete presentation and is a foundation skill for reading and spelling.
Here we're introducing fractions in a clear and defined manner. Like all of Sparkabilities, we aren't trying to teach fractions, but rather nurture the neural pathways that will recognize and learn them later.
Now we are moving on to the dog segment. First, we present a silhouette. This is like a mental puzzle for your child. What fits into that shape?
Next, we break the dog into parts in order to build it. We are dissecting their visual field and the dog within it.
Like the shapes, we filter the subject through the foundational attributes, size, color, and number.
Then we present functional attributes, something the subject does on its own, the subject interacting with something, and the subject doing something absurd.
Some scientists believe that humor combines brain areas not normally associated, stimulating creative thinking.
The Find It section stimulates visual pursuit and tracking skills. The backgrounds grow increasingly more complex, forcing more attentive focus, pattern recognition, seeking strategies, and foreground-background discrimination.
This is the interactive portion, which allows your child to express what they have been learning. From passive to interactive, we are attempting to stimulate input-output, memory, and performance skills.
We reinforce categorization skills by presenting a dog with other closely related subjects.
Lastly, we rotate the dog around the 3 central axes. Motion assists in recognizing the parts that make up the whole of our subject.
Dog. Our emotion segments are meant to encourage recognition of basic emotion on human and animated faces. Some children with neurodevelopmental delays have difficulty with this ability. Recognizing facial cues stimulates language and communication skills. Happy.
The counting segments illustrate numeration and use the cognitive instinct of amounts increasing and decreasing. We only go to a base 6 on this segment because of attentional thresholds with higher numbers. The Toddler 2 DVD will go to base 10. This segment primes the brain's foundation wiring for future mathematics ability. We again are reinforcing the concept of zero with all gone.
The puzzle segments are intended to exercise recognition and category of shape, promote geometrical classification skills, and promote an understanding of geometrical relations.
This is one of our opposite segments. It introduces the concept of opposites and promotes verbal labeling skills.
The segments on color theory introduce primary and secondary colors and illustrate color math. Red plus blue equals purple. Other color segments in the Toddler 1 DVD show the color basics of value and saturation.
The open of the music segment is an auditory version of What Is It? We hear an instrument but don't know what it is. In each segment, we reveal a different instrument from each of the instrument families: strings, percussion, woodwind, and brass. Seeing the notes played on a scale reinforces sensory property coordination.
This segment exercises short-term memory skills and gives your child an opportunity again to interact and express what they have learned.
Short-term memory lays the foundation for long-term memory capability.
This segment illustrates motor skills related to catching and throwing. Kids love to watch other kids play. The play segments in each DVD reflect the developmental ability of children at that particular stage. Try some of these activities at home with your child. Other motor skills featured are striking, kicking, and gross motor skills.
In the Toddler DVD, we have added the ABC letters and also letter sounds with lowercase letters to the mouth singing the ABCs. This segment exercises their visual and auditory memory using sensory property coordination and also assists in sound recognition and production.
You can see that Sparkabilities is different. We are not attempting to teach your baby or toddler, but rather nurture the neural pathways that will support learning later in life.